Today we're using an explosion effect in Adobe Premiere. These explosion effects you can download from the internet. They have black backgrounds, and the idea is that you can put these over top of any sort of video material and lose the black and just have the explosion in the background. Today on the timeline I've got, as you can see, I'll just play it so you can see what we're going to attempt today. So we've got the lady's head and bang, there's an explosion. Okay, so let's just get rid of that explosion and then go back a step here. So we've got my file, I've got just the lady at their head in the shot, and I noticed at the beginning of the shot there's a perfect example of the after effect of a head actually exploding. So what we'll do is we'll place this on our timeline, the lady steps up, and when we want the explosion to happen, bang, there's the background material. So that there we have everything there except what's actually happened to her. So we've got this explosion, of which there are many, and you can create your own. It's very difficult actually to get the background, but if you're doing things like gunshots and explosions, that's best to download them over the internet. So we'll place this on, but as you can see, when the explosion occurs, it's just going straight to the other video line and showing the explosion clip, and that of course has a black background. Right, so if we double click on the explosion effect, and at the top here we've got our tabs. When we go to the effects controls, what we want to play with is opacity. Right, so opacity is the various ways you can see through video clips. At the moment it's set to 100%. If we come down a bit, you can start to see through to the sky behind. Actually, if I move the timeline back a bit, you'll be able to see there's the lady there. So you can see you're fading pretty much from one to the other, and that's not what we want. So we want that on 100%. And we have all these sort of dissolves, darken, all the ways of video opaque, right? So if we go to screen for this particular instance, anything that you want to appear as an absolute duplicate above and on top of the video, we use screen. So use the screen effect, and straight away you can see that that's happening. So that effect is perfectly laid on top of the lady's head. But also, it's probably a bit small. So if we open the motion tab, we've got all our scaling. So we're at 100%. We can probably make that a bit bigger so that the explosion happens a bit quicker. And then we've got the positioning at the top there. So we come this way a bit, and then we go up to cover her head. So initially, as the explosion happens, it's going to look like the head is disappearing into a massive explosion. Now you can play with this and adjust when it actually comes in. But that's basically it. So big explosion effect overlaid on top of the lady's head.